check out what I bought. I bought some deer corn. It's premium deer and turkey feed. So yeah, some people buy bird food or bird seed to feed the birds. I'm gonna feed the deer and the turkey, hopefully. I got a couple trail cams I bought recently. I'm gonna try to get them set up and see what we can capture. Never mind the pack of ding dongs and zebra cakes. Yeah, forget about those for a minute. That's what's important, right? All right, where do you get on the road? Got me a fresh water. I think Bella is ready. I'm gonna head up the camp. You ready to go? Okay. We're gonna take a little shortcut. We usually bypass Katanning, but we had to come in town and stop at another store. You just come across the Katanning Bridge there. Got a beautiful park along the river. That bridge goes across the Allegheny River. And we're just gonna head right up to downtown, out past the courthouse, and out Route 85.
Continue for 11 miles.
For 11 miles, according to the GPS. Okay, there is the big courthouse. I think it originally was just the building to the left, and the main building here on the right is an addition they put on years later. But Katanning is the county seat of Armstrong County, and we're just gonna loop up around the back of it here, and out the road we'll go. All right, we've come out the road quite a ways, and far enough that we're like in Amish country now. I don't usually see an Amish horse and buggy by now, but it's kind of in the middle of their work day probably. I don't know, it is a weekday, so maybe we did pass one that was out in the field working. He was pulling a hay rake behind his horses. But I haven't seen any horse and buggies going out along the road yet. So but it's not too late. We got a little ways to go yet, and so we'll keep an eye out for them. We'll be cautious. They're going along the road here. We'll watch out for them. All right, downtown Dayton. No traffic lights. They just have just a stop sign. This is downtown. All right. Let's get out of downtown. Oh, there's cows. There's cows. Look, there's cows, girl. All right. The sign says horse and buggies the next 8 miles. Hopefully when we get up to camp, the road's not washed out or anything. There were some severe storms moved through the area last week, and I haven't been up here since, and sometimes, bad enough storms, sometimes the road gets bad until they bring a road grader back through to repair it. So hopefully that's not the case. I don't think it'll be an issue with the van. It'd have to be pretty bad to not to be able to kind of work our way through it and around a little bit in the van. In Russ's RV, Russ is along with us today. Russ's RV is 4-wheel drive, so yeah, I think we both have a fair amount of ground clearance. That shouldn't be an issue. Hopefully it'll be no issue at all. There's no washout. We'll find out. If they did get bad storms up in here, you wouldn't know it, because this is one little one little spot here that usually gets washed out. So I think we're gonna be okay. That's okay. The rest of it's gonna be okay. Get up here in the meadow, have a little look around, and I just, by that I mean we'll just see. Usually there's some deer or something out grazing, moving around. Maybe we'll see a bear this time. I'm kind of looking forward to putting some feed out and setting up the trail cams and see if we can catch anything on those. I don't know if you can see that in the distance there, the blue spruce over on the other hill. They kind of stand out. They have that bluish tint to them. Certain times of year they really stand out. Alright, let's get on out the road here a little bit. We've got about a mile, maybe a mile to go. Well, it's not looking too bad up in there, but hang on, I'm gonna have to check something. Okay, we've made it, and there's the mess I left. I cut all that stuff up and pile it up and burn it. Yeah, there's that. I wish I would have burnt this last time, but it had rain and everything was damp, and I just, I already had one fire there. But then I gathered up some more stuff and added to it, and well, like I said, it rained and that just didn't get burnt. I'd like to burn that this time, but I might be a little bit close. So we might just say I could still wait for another time. This is my main focus up here, is to get this mess all cleaned up. And a lot of this is already bare and cleaned up, but because I dropped these trees, it's kind of hiding that. So once I get this out of there, that's all kind of nice back in there. And then I have to run the lawnmower through here, mulch some of this stuff up, pick up some rocks and stuff, and hopefully I can get all this cleared up. What do you say? What do you say about all that? And the rest is all situated there and leveled. Level enough. And, yeah, I wish this was all cleaned up like that back in there is. That looks nice. And in here, this is where we started at the beginning of the year. And, picking up limbs and picking some rocks and stuff. So, and my little grass seed, I threw a couple pounds of grass seed in through here too, and they're still little, but they're there. They didn't die. I was hoping that they would grow and mature a little bit more by now, but at least they're surviving. So yeah, a lot of shade back through there. Yeah, now we have a big open spot because I dropped all those trees. That's the way this all was. Some of you have seen them videos. This was all thick like this. So there was no sun, there was no solar. So that was the purpose of dropping them trees, as well, to create a clearing and to get some sun through for solar. So now we have get a few hours of solar in here now anyways. So. All right, I think I'm gonna get situated. I'm not quite level, so I gotta throw something under my one tire and finish getting leveled up, and probably get some things out and set up. Be time to eat soon. A late lunch. Let's jump ahead to the next morning. I'm getting ready to brew my third cup of coffee. Yeah, it's gonna be a 3-cup morning. I'm a little slow moving this morning. Started working at this a little bit yesterday afternoon and evening. I just kind of started picking at it, started a fire over there and picking branches and dragging stuff. So this is thinned out some, but there's just so much. Yes, it's just a lot of work dragging branches, cutting and dragging and burning, but it is thinning out. So I'm gonna get the chainsaw this morning here in a little bit. I don't know what time it is, 9 a.m. or something. The sun's not quite over these trees to get get some solar yet, but yeah, and we only probably get it from probably about 10 o'clock till we only get about 2 hours to maybe a little bit more of solar. But yeah, and burned here because I'm having different fires in different areas, because it just makes sense where instead of dragging them the whole way over there and just having one main fire, is I've sat down where there was just an area where there were just like a lot of little sticks, and just to have like build a little campfire, and then somewhere else here, and two, when I get the rake or the leaf blower and blow that off whenever I get further along, you know, that's the ground's gonna be all cleared better. You know, fire is a great cleaner. Yeah, little fire here, and this will come along. You'll see. I'll start getting this cut up and more of this burnt or whatever. Get the mower out and mow, and the leaf blower and stuff. This will all clean up nice. I'm getting this all worked up, and there's a bunch of stuff back in there. That's gonna, I don't know how much I'm gonna get done today, but there's more work. I think there's more work here than what it actually looks like. Like, a couple trees, couple branches, no big deal, right? Well, come on out, get started, and you'll see. All right, I'm gonna get that third cup of coffee, maybe sip on it a few times, and get to work. I didn't put the oh, I got the little tripod out here, and I put a trail camera on here last night. I checked the SD card, and there was nothing on it. I thought, maybe something will walk by, and nothing. So, but I didn't put the feed out. I bought that feed, deer and turkey feed. Today I'm going to get both cameras out. I'm going to put some feed out, and maybe tonight we'll have some better luck. And yeah, what else? I think that's it for the moment. Let me get my coffee. I need a coffee. Turn the choke off a little bit. Come on, handle. Well, there's the first fire of the day. Yep, and I worked and, finished picking up kind of where I left off yesterday. Picked some of this stuff here all up, blew it in and picked it up, and I'm gonna start the next fire here and work at it and just work my way over. But yeah, there's just no shortage of places to have I can have a lot of little fires around here. Here's one of those spots here. I could come down here where these old branches and this old dead pine tree are at. Could have a fire way down here. See, that one's way up there. And right across the lane here. And there's all this debris laying here. Yeah, we could... I could set off a bunch of little fires today and just make my rounds. You know, go feed the fire and go to the next one and put more in it. And by the time I get back around, then it needs refed. And, I should get a couple going today. But I think those other areas can just wait. I need to stay focused up here. Keep cutting and dragging and burning. If I start another fire, it's going to be over here somewhere. And then over in there. I need to kind of triangulate this area. Yeah. The sun's still not quite over the trees yet. All right, I need a little breather. Got a bunch of this picked up. A couple more I need to do there. Got all this here that was laying in here all picked up. And put where we're gonna have our next fire at. And for the most part, all this here, I shouldn't say all of it, you know, there's some little stubs from the last fire. A couple little pieces. I probably got 90% of it here. That was just in here and in here. So hopefully this makes a nice enough fire. It'll be kind of long lasting through the day that I can continue to throw things, you know, work my way around and throw things in it and get this burned up better. There's still some pieces that are, you know, a little far-fetching to get them. I need to get this one going. Would you consider this cheating to start a fire? All right, let's get this thing going. Hopefully that'll climb back in underneath there and get going strong enough. It's easy to get these dead leaves going at the edge, but will this climb way back underneath all this bigger stuff enough to really get it going? It might.